So Stephen, Gillingham at home. Is this a must-win game?
I think they're all must-win games now, aren't they? With 15 games to go, there's going to be a lot of twists and turns in the season. We'll beat teams we're not expected to. We'll lose the teams we're probably expected to compete with and beat that are down the bottom of the table. So there's nothing set in stone yet. There's a long way to go. As I say, 15 games, a lot of points to play for. Gillingham have had a little bounce in the last two games. They're probably looking and thinking we'll try and catch Morecambe first and foremost. We can almost, put them not out of sight, but keep them a good distance away from us, and again bring people back into the race. But listen, there's going to be one out of 4 or 5 teams go down out of that group of teams.
How disappointing was the way you started on Tuesday night at Lincoln?
Really disappointing, because you have to give yourself a fighting chance. We'd played ever so well on Saturday, and then you go from that, how good that was, to how poor we started, and that was as a group, as a team. I don't think there was anybody that played particularly well. And when you can see goals, you always look at the back four, but it was other parts of the team that didn't do their job right. We started poorly, and then you're going chasing the game. It makes it very, very difficult after that. And I have to say, the boys responded, as they always do, brilliantly. They give absolutely everything. And I forgive a lot of things because of their work ethic and their attitude to trying to get back into the game.
Do you think psychologically, though, Tuesday night was affected by that late equaliser on Saturday with Bolton?
They're human, aren't they? We're all human. It's difficult not to be. Psychologically after the game, I was shattered, devastated after the game, because you know how big them 3 points are. We threw away 2 points before the game. We'd have taken a point, but you're so close to getting it. So listen, we can't use excuses. We didn't do the basics right for the first 20 minutes. We didn't press them, and we didn't pass the ball, as I said after the game. If you don't do those two things, you're going to lose games. And we give ourselves a mountain to climb. We nearly did, with John has a chance that hits Cole on the line, and Jonas should score. With another couple of opportunities after that. So we certainly shown the character and fight, and a team and a group of boys that don't give up, but we have to start better than that.
But there is still a mini-league at the bottom of the table, isn't there? There's still a cluster of clubs that are within striking distance. Yeah,
I showed the boys the table. As you say, we took teams that were 5 above us and down, and we said we've got to finish one place above that bottom 4. That's all what we got to aim for, and then for me, it would be the biggest achievement in my managerial career. People sort of seem surprised about that, but it would be, because it's a huge, huge task here to stay in this division, and that's what we have to aim for. And do I think we can? I certainly do. If you see your performances, the last 6 or 7 games have been excellent. Take away the 20 minutes at the start of Lincoln, then I think we're still going very much in the right direction with a group of boys that are giving everything, and that's the big thing.
You talk about committing and sticking to your style of play. Do you think, though, that as we get nearer the finishing line, you're going to have to adapt that and maybe get a bit more scrappy and just looking for a 1-0 however?
We tried that for a period, about a month, and we're not very good at it. We sign players to play football. We sign players to, express themselves and, play good football, entertaining football. And, there can be plenty of criticism from people on certain days, but nobody can ever say we don't try and entertain, don't try and score goals, don't try and give everything, press all over the pitch. And we have got punished by players that are very good at this level on a lot more money than our boys are on, and we've come unstuck sometimes. But no, we're not going to change. Do we have to be more streetwise? Of course we do. Do we have to be more clinical in both boxes? Of course we do. And that is going without saying, but we can't change our style. We haven't really got anybody that's physically dominant in the air. We have to play on the ground. We have to deliver balls into the box, and we play our way. The last 6 games, I believe we're going in the right direction. I believe we're one of the teams down the bottom. There's others are hopefully starting to look over their shoulder now, play with a little bit of fear, and we've played with that most of the season, so we're used to it. I don't think the pressure will get to us. I don't think changing our style of play, is the right thing to do. We have to do what we're doing and just keep trying to improve it.
In terms of your goalkeeper, you've got 2 new faces in, really, haven't you, now, with Carson and Smith? Is anyone above the other one? You brought Trevor back on Tuesday night. It's a genuine competition for that number 1 spot. Yeah,
of course there has to be. Adam came in knowing that Trevor was probably at this moment in time a number 1, but when you're the number 1, you're there to be shot at. And Trevor's done well since he came in. He's a very good goalkeeper, and I think Adam gives us really good backup to that as well. And then it's up to the 2 of them, like it is in all positions in the pitch. we tried to get a settled team for a couple of games, but injuries again. You speak about the Bolton game, we lose Ryan McLaughlin for 4 to 6 weeks, which is another big blow. So people are fighting for places, and hopefully people get a run of form. And if we could get a settled side between now and the end of the season, then I'm confident we'll pick up results.
You mentioned Ryan McLaughlin. Any more injury concerns going into this game?
Adam Phillips has pulled out of training today. We're not sure whether it's illness or COVID. He's having tests as we speak, so he'll be a late call. Other than that, no, everybody came through unscathed from the Lincoln game. Aaron Wildig should be back in contention. He's training today. Liam Gibson won't be available for Saturday. Losing
Adam Phillips would be a blow because he's come back in and particularly in the Bolton game made an impression, didn't he?
Yeah, Adam's I go as far as saying one of the most talented boys I've ever worked with. I compare him to David Turnbull that I sold for 3.2 million. And people wince when I say that. He has got the attributes. He's maybe got more attributes, if I'm being honest. And it's about him getting a run of games and playing football at the level we know he can play at, because he's certainly an asset for the football club.